The day the verdict was announced, the entire music world fell silent. Arnel Pineda, once the lead vocalist of the legendary band.
It took Journey a full decade to find the right lead singer after Steve Perry's departure. During that uncertain stretch, many fans questioned whether Arnel Pineda, a virtually unknown vocalist from the Philippines, could possibly be the answer. I remember that era well. In the 1980s, I was battling drug addiction, and I understood what it meant to lose something beloved. By 2007, Journey seemed like a ghost of its former self. Once a band that filled arenas worldwide, they were now fading into the background of a music scene dominated by younger acts and fresher sounds. The loss of Steve Perry had cast a long shadow. Attempts to replace him, with singers like Steve Augury and Jeff Scott Soto, failed to rekindle the band's former magic. Journey's albums began to gather dust. Their concerts, once electric, now barely filled half their venues. Longtime fans drifted away, disillusioned. Critics doubted they could ever reclaim their glory without Perry at the helm. Even Neal Schon, the band's guitarist and a founding member, admitted the search for a worthy successor was fruitless. There were guys being pitched to us, people from LA and New York who had done the classic rock thing for years, he recalled, and I just wasn't moved. But then, in 2007, something extraordinary happened. Exhausted and desperate for inspiration, Schon found himself browsing YouTube, watching cover performances of Journey's hits. Most were forgettable, until one video stopped him cold. It featured a Filipino singer named Arnel Pineda fronting a Manila-based cover band called The Zoo. Arnel's voice was uncannily similar to Perry's, and his energy was undeniable. Schon was captivated. He ended up watching over 40 of Arnel's performances. I didn't think it was that crazy, he later said. He was singing all our songs in English. Still, doubts loomed. Could this unknown singer from across the world truly carry Journey's legacy? When Schon brought the idea to the band, skepticism surfaced quickly. Keyboardist Jonathan Cain voiced practical concerns. Could Arnel even speak English fluently? Had he ever played to large crowds? Could they just drop him into the whirlwind of the rock arena? Despite the gamble, Schon's conviction didn't waver. He reached out to Noel Gomez, the friend who had posted the YouTube videos, and got Arnel's contact information. With equal parts hope and uncertainty, Schon sent an email, one that would forever change both his life and Arnel's. Arnel Pineda's journey up to that point had been nothing short of harrowing. Born in 1967 in the crowded Sampaloc district of Manila, his early life was steeped in hardship. When Arnel was 13, his mother, his biggest supporter, passed away, leaving his family in crushing debt. With his father unable to find steady work, Arnel dropped out of school and found himself living on the streets. For 2 years, he slept on park benches and outside public buildings, collecting scrap metal and singing for spare change just to survive. He often made makeshift shelters out of cardboard and scavenged for bottles to sell, using the money to buy small packs of biscuits. Life was unforgiving. On one rainy night in 1981, a hungry, exhausted 13-year-old Arnel curled under wet cardboard in a park and softly sang to himself. Music, even then, was his only light in the dark. By 15, his powerful voice began turning heads, and he started performing with local bands. But the music scene in Manila was competitive and unrelenting. Even as Arnel poured himself into his art, progress came in painful inches. By 2006, he was tired. Years of performing cover songs in smoky bars with the Zoo had worn him down. During one especially demoralizing show, the venue owner cut the power mid-performance and barked, "Nobody wants to hear that old music, play something modern or leave." That night, Arnel came home and told his wife he was done with music. But fate had other plans. Just a week later, an email from Neal Schon landed in his inbox. At first, Arnel thought it was a cruel joke. "When my friend forwarded it, I just laughed," he recalled. But as reality set in, so did the magnitude of the opportunity. This wasn't just a lifeline, it was a dream call from one of rock's most iconic bands. Soon, Arnel boarded a flight to San Francisco with his manager, Bert de Leon. He didn't know what lay ahead, but he carried with him cautious hope and the weight of everything he had endured. His audition was no fairy tale. The cultural shock hit hard: language barriers, the overwhelming pace, and the pressure to meet colossal expectations. Even basic tasks like ordering food felt daunting. Loneliness crept in. But everything changed when Arnel stepped on stage. "I get really hooked," he said. The connection with the crowd was instant. Audiences saw not only talent but heart. Arnel's performances sparked buzz across social media, and against all odds, he didn't just survive, he thrived. On February 21, 2008, he stood before 20,000 roaring fans at Chile's Vina del Mar festival. His performance was electric. He had arrived. Still, the pressure mounted. Recording new material with Journey meant walking a tightrope of legacy and expectation. Their new album, Revelation, released in June 2008, was a make-or-break moment. But Arnel delivered. The album debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200, Journey's highest chart position since Trial by Fire. It quickly sold over 336,000 copies, earning gold and then platinum status. Keyboardist Jonathan Cain later said, "We recorded our greatest hits with our brand new singer from the Philippines. It's unbelievable when you listen to it." The band was back, and Arnel was at the heart of its rebirth. In the Philippines, Arnel's rise ignited a surge of national pride. He became a symbol of possibility. Children cheered in the streets. News anchors wept as they told his story. President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo even invited him to the palace and declared him a national treasure. "His journey shows the resilience and talent of the Filipino people," she said. But behind the success, tension simmered. Creative differences between Neil Schon and Jonathan Cain flared. Cain leaned toward faith-driven themes, while Schon pushed to evolve Journey's sound. Their disputes turned personal, erupting over everything from tour schedules to set lists. At one point, Schon reportedly blocked Cain from the band's social media accounts. In the midst of this, Arnel became the peacemaker, the glue that held the band together. After one massive show in Chicago, Arnel returned to his hotel room and broke down. "I don't think I can do this," he told his wife, overwhelmed by the expectations, the comparisons to Perry, the band tension. But her voice reminded him of everything he'd survived. "You made it through that," she said. "You can make it through this too." He never spoke of quitting again. Over the years, Arnel became more than a singer. He became Journey's stabilizing force. 17 years after joining the band, surpassing even Steve Perry's tenure, Arnel has recorded 4 studio albums with Journey and led them through countless tours. He's won over even the most skeptical fans with raw talent and relentless heart. But now, devastating news has surfaced. Sources close to the band confirm that Arnel Pineda has been diagnosed with a serious medical condition. The relentless pressure of singing Perry's demanding vocals night after night has taken a brutal toll on his voice and body. For months, he quietly struggled to hit key notes, hiding the pain so as not to burden the band. That kind of pressure, over that many years, is unsustainable, one medical expert said. The diagnosis came just as Journey was preparing for a major tour, including a long-dreamed-of homecoming concert in the Philippines. Arnel once said in an interview, "I just want to sing in front of my people. That would be the emotional highlight of my life." Now, that dream hangs in the balance. Neil Schon, who discovered Arnel back in 2007, feels a deep responsibility. The thought that Arnel has been performing through pain for years has shaken the band to its core. They now face a painful decision, not only about the upcoming tour, but about the future of Journey itself. Can Arnel recover with time and care? Will his voice, once his lifeline from poverty to the pinnacle of rock, return? Or is this the beginning of the end for one of music's most remarkable stories? As the news spreads, a tidal wave of support has flooded social media. Hashtags like #WeLoveArnel and #JourneyOn are trending worldwide. Fans are sharing personal stories of how Arnel's journey gave them hope. "He got me through the darkest time of my life," one fan wrote. "If he could rise from park benches to sold-out arenas, so could I." Arnel Pineda now faces his toughest battle yet. But if his story has taught us anything, It's that even when the lights dim and the stage grows silent, the soul behind the voice never truly fades.